right after this. Both clear of that enormous wreck. It'll come as no surprise to you that the red flags were out. Malcolm Sargent was credited with the result and the win, but look at this. Both men, passengers in their car, and bang into the banking that is there as a safety defence for the spectator areas. And my word, thank goodness it was there, and that photographer was able to get out the way. More remarkably, Pete Chambers was unscathed. The neck brace there just purely a precautionary measure. Well, there's confirmation of the result. Malcolm Sargent takes the victory in Class 1 and overall, with Fothergill winning Class 2 and Sweetenham Class 3. You join us then for the start of this second Porsche Cup race here at Castle Combe, and looking back from Malcolm Sargent's car, Malcolm on pole position because the race result earlier on today, after we had that huge incident, you'll recall, determining the grid, and there is Richard True back in second place, and the 944 Turbo, the white number 4 car there of Chris Healy, not getting off the line. The 944 Turbos we now have a little bit of difficulty getting off the line, but watch his progress. Adrian Slater, we're on board the Porsche Carrera 2. Look at him trying to determine where he's going to go, which side of the track will he take, and Richard True up ahead in the 10 car. To the inside goes Chris Healy, and Chris Healy goes through, and also going through there is Des Winks on the inside. Terrific bit of manoeuvring there. We look to the inside of Des Winks. Well, Adrian couldn't find a way through that. He was caught napping, I think, just a little bit out on the far side of the circuit now. Right in the wheel tracks of Des Winks is Adrian Slater, and Slater comes to the left-hand side. They go just clipping the right-hand apex there. There's Robert Babbicon, followed by the big 928 GTS of who else but Malcolm Sargent. Dave Bennett has got a real problem as he comes through Camp Corner. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, that was the place, of course, where we had that huge incident. Pete Chambers, just to reaffirm, okay from that incident, as was everybody else involved. They scream their way through. Here they come towards us. Robert Babbicon trying to fight off the challenger, Malcolm Sargent. Sargent wants a second victory to add to his earlier race win, and he's to the inside. Oh, good bit of driving there. The power circuit suiting this powerful 928 GTS. Look how he's already stretched his legs over second place by Robert Babbicon, who's having a terrific run here at Castle Combe. Look how he's really almost lifting those two right-hand tyres. Drifts out wide, just clips a little bit of rumble strip. Good crowd here at Castle Combe, enjoying a terrific day's racing in Wiltshire. And here comes the big 928. Chris Healy, look at him, already up to third. There's the Paragon Porsche of Mark Sumter, and in fifth place there, Richard True in 10. And he's got Adrian Slater behind him. They raise their way through. Across the line. Malcolm Sargent, Robert Babbicon, that's the first two. Here comes the 944 Turbo, then this pretty 996 of Mark Sumter's. Richard True just tacking on the back end there. We're on board with Dave Bennett. Further back in the field, and a real wall of metal facing him. Get on the brakes, Dave. Ooh, my word. Well, almost had a disaster there, right in the back end almost of Paul Doran, and we've got a challenge for second place with Babbicon on the outside. Healy's going to go through though, and applause by the spectators watching on. A great bit of driving there again. On board we are, looking to the inside, well, round the outside maybe, that'll work. A little bit of tape there on the steering wheel to give the driver an idea of where the centre of the steering wheel is, which will keep him pointing straight on. And we got a challenge by Adrian Slater to the inside of Richard True, and Slater's through if he doesn't overcook it on the exit of Camp Corner. Well, he doesn't overcook it, and up towards Quarry they come. Glorious, colourful sight they make, don't they, these Porsches, and the Pirelli Porsche Cup really producing some terrific action for us. Here's Adrian Slater with Richard True. We're back on board. This is the battle for Class 2, where Dave Bennett's trying to catch up his fellow competitors. Just locks the wheel. Oh, he's lost the plate. Through on the inside has gone Tom Segru. Oh, he's not happy with that, is he at all? And I'll tell you why, because there on the right-hand side going through is Paul Doran. These two battling it out. Just 6 points separate them in the Class 2 Championship battle at this stage of the year, and that is going to cost Dave Bennett. Well, they all make their way through. They're also going through. 49 is David Ellis from Overton, and Chris Healy is trying desperately to catch that 928 GTS. If you're wondering about the difference of engine size, well, it's all very, very strictly controlled by the Porsche Club of Great Britain, and I'll tell you what, that's why it's very, very competitive. Robert Babbicon, there he is, third place. So don't be thinking that the 928's got more power than the 944. It's pretty evenly matched. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bernard Yeo and Derek Gregory having more than a coming together there. Oh, Bernard Yeo showing his Malaysian temper there. Here they come. Malcolm Sargent leading this race overall and leading Class 1. And I'll tell you what, I'm sure that Chris Healy's got a turbo problem or something that's affecting the progress of his 944, because look how far back he's dropped from Malcolm Sargent, and flashing of lights would indicate that Robert Babbickan doesn't want to be held up anymore. Here he comes, Babbickan with the lights on. Yeah, Healy is definitely slower and he gives way. In fact, there's a telltale puff of smoke at the back end of the car there. So I'm going to suggest that is turbo problems for Chris Healy. Well, you can hear it sounding a pretty sick little doggy, isn't it? Through Babbickan goes then. He's up to second place. Be very pleased with that. And I suspect, well, let's just look at this replay. That's Andrew Sweetenham in Class 3 getting spun out. Or did he spin himself out? Mark Sumter very keen to get past there. Not suggesting that Sumter touched him, but certainly they were running close together on the track. But here comes the leader. And to take the checkered flag this time round, Malcolm Sargent takes his second victory. A real dominant force here at Castle Combe. The power circuit, we said it before, suiting that powerful 928 GTS. Class 2 battle towards the line as well, and Marcus Fothergill takes victory in Class 2, with behind him Dave Bennett and Paul Doran finishing second and third in class. And in the Class 3 battle, Adrian Greaves, there he is, 18th overall, a lap down, winning Class 3, but Malcolm Sargent takes the double victory. And the Leicester man Sargent also takes the spoils of victory. If he can today, I'm sure he'll find a spot of something nice to pop into there. The kiss and confirmation of the championship points. With 6 rounds gone, it's Class 3 runner Adrian Greaves who leads the championship table.